Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lenox Justifier of Innocence, created by Zeus and Demeter to save humanity. I'm here as the character Josephine, and with me today is Mr. Buddy the guard dog. He was sent by the Ultimate Creator to watch over Lenox. Lenox was created by Zeus and Demeter through the help of a human surrogate in order to save humanity. Before we get started with today, I did just want to say thank you to those of you who have been following along, and I hope you guys have had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend so far. For those of you who are new to this channel, I'm going to give you a brief summary of what this channel is about. So this channel piggybacks off the book series titled Lenox Justifier of Innocence, which is available at all major booksellers. Lenox Justifier of Innocence is a goddess that was created by Zeus and Demeter in order to help restore the balance of good and evil and bring justice to the innocent. It is designed so that you can listen to it like an audiobook, or you can watch and enjoy the images, the artwork, and dramatizations. Though we are not actors, we do try to portray the scenes and the characters in a manner that will bring light to otherwise dark subjects, and a little bit of comedic relief as well. Because like I said, we are not actors. Now, today we're going to be doing a brief summary of Greek mythology, but focusing on the key characters that are part of this series, just to give you a little bit of background so that when you are watching the stories, you can understand some of the jokes and the backstories that go along with it, because we do reference Greek mythology in some of the missions that they're carrying out. Some of the topics are sensitive in nature, and some may even trigger emotional response. So we did want to forewarn you on that. And though a lot of the stories are loosely based on true world events and true stories, we do change the names of all of the people involved in order to protect the identity of them and the places in which they occurred. All the main characters are all fictitious, and all of the justice is carried out in fantasy and imagination. So we are going to get started with today's program. You want to make sure you stay to the end though, because I am going to go over what's coming up next on this series and when Mr. Buddy's next video is coming out. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you at the end. Enjoy the show. To slightly recap, today we're going to be doing a brief summary of Greek mythology, focusing on the characters that influenced the Lenox series, with emphasis on those that appear in the series as guest stars. There's a slew of mythological gods and creatures, but the most famous are the Olympian gods. In order to understand the significance that they play and some of the jokes that we reference, we have to go back to the beginning. First, we have Gaia, Mother Earth, described as a flowing circle of heats whose energy allowed land, sea, and air to gather and welcome life. Uranus, also known as Father Heaven in some books, or as Father of the Universe solar system. He is the husband to Gaia. Pontus is the god of the water, seas. The three of them together work to create Earth and all of its intricacies. They are known as primordial gods. In the Lenox series, they serve under the Ultimate Creator, which is a supreme being who created them and then later humanity. Gaia and Uranus married, and then they had a lot of children, but we are going to focus on just a couple of them for today, which is Cronos and Rhea. These children are known as the Titans. Uranus, though, was cruel and kept his children in the dark depths of the earth, trembling in fear. All feared him but Cronos. Cronos just watched and listened, waiting for the right moment to overthrow Uranus and become the Titan King. Gaia couldn't take Uranus's cruelty towards their children, and so she yielded a siphon, and knowing that Cronos was the only one who was not afraid, she gave Cronos the siphon and told him to take care of Uranus so that he could no longer hurt the children. Cronos took that siphon and made it so that Uranus could never bear another child, therefore ending the children's suffering. He then completely overthrew him, overpowered him, and became the king. He was the first Titan king. Cronos then married Rhea. Rhea and Cronos had beautiful children, but Cronos, for the first time in his life, felt fear. He feared that he was going to lose power and be overthrown by his children in the same manner that he overthrew Uranus. When wicked as he was, something that he inherited from Uranus, he swallowed his children whole and kept them as prisoners in his stomach. Amongst those children was Demeter, Poseidon, and Hades. Rhea was also grieving greatly. She spun in circles for a year in grief, spewing all kinds of creatures that were born of her grief and her tears. Hence the Medusas. Now, once Rhea realized that she was with child again, she decided that she was going to keep this from Cronos. She was not going to let him swallow another one of her children. And so she went off to seek the help of Uranus and Gaia. They sent her to the island of Crete, and there she had Zeus. Zeus, once he became old enough and strong enough, was sent to set his siblings free and overthrow Cronos. Zeus, having been raised by Gaia and Uranus, Gaia decided she was going to help Zeus. So she made these sound waves that made Cronos become so sick that he doubled over in pain. And so when Zeus arrived, he threw up his siblings at Zeus's feet. So his siblings, they quickly aligned themselves with Zeus, that being Poseidon, Demeter, Rhea, Aphrodite, Hestes, and some Cyclops, amongst a few others, and of course Hades. The Cyclops, they gifted Zeus with a lightning bolt. They gifted Poseidon with a trident and a helmet for Hades. A war quickly ensued. It was the new, young Olympian gods against the Titans. Cronos was not going to go down without a fight, and so he recruited the help of his siblings. But Zeus was way too powerful, and he managed to lock away all the Titans. Though this made Gaia upset, because he felt that Zeus was encompassing the same evil that Cronos and Uranus did. She didn't want her children to be locked up again. But Zeus saw that there was no other way for them to be able to live prosperous lives. So he jailed them. The ultimate creator then showed himself to Zeus and his siblings. He declared Zeus as the undisputed king of the gods, and they were to reside in Mount Olympus. The ultimate creator gave Zeus free reign to distribute the ruling of the universe. So Zeus gave Poseidon the seas, while Hades preferred the darkness of the underworld. Zeus ruled the skies and the thunder, while the ladies each ruled different intricacies within the universe. Zeus then chose Demeter as his main wife. Poseidon chose Amphitrite, another beauty. She is the goddess of the seas. But Hades had not yet chosen a wife until Zeus and Demeter had their first and only daughter at that time, named Persephone. Demeter was grieving that Hades chose Persephone to be his wife and taking her only daughter away to the underworld. So Zeus made a deal with Hades to allow Persephone to come and spend half the year with Demeter, and that's how the seasons were born. So when Persephone was with Demeter, Demeter was joyous, happy, and so we had spring and summer. When Persephone went back to the underworld to be with Hades, Demeter was full of grief and in despair, and therefore we had fall and winter. Interesting. Little side note there for you. Though the ultimate creator gave the Olympian gods free reign to rule as they saw fit, there was a hierarchy amongst the Olympians and the distribution of the universe. The ultimate creator then turned his focus elsewhere, and from love, he created mankind. He called them humans. They would inhabit the earth, and they're going to be living amongst the animal kingdom and kingdom plantae. These humans, unfortunately, became wicked, and so he destroyed them by instructing Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades to each take part. Zeus starting the rain, Poseidon rising the seas, and Hades housing their evil souls in the underworld. The ultimate creator saved a chosen few to begin the process again, giving mankind their second and last chance, in the hopes that this time they would not be as evil. He even sent his own son to save them, but once again, many humans had succumbed to their evil ways and had destroyed and disposed of the ultimate creator's son. And so, the ultimate creator, in great sadness, vowed to never interfere, and he gave strict ruling to the Olympians that they too could never interfere with mankind, leaving mankind to either find their way through his son on their own, or to destroy themselves in their own wickedness. But Demeter, still grieving greatly over the loss of Persephone, she found comfort in watching over the humans as if they were her own children. She felt desperate, feeling that she's going to suffer more if they destroyed themselves with their wickedness, filling her with even more grief. So then she turned her fear and her grief into strength, and clarity came over her mind. She had an idea. She could once again have a daughter and save humanity from self-destruction. And so she presented this idea to Zeus, and that is how Lenox was born. Now, some people have asked if Lenox is like Hercules, and the answer is no. She is nothing like Hercules. See, Hercules is half human and half god, where Lenox is the full blood daughter of Zeus and Demeter. The difference being, and why she can save humanity, is that they found a suitable human surrogate, and they put Lenox in that lady's womb so that now that she was born through a human womb, she could go on and save humanity without violating the ultimate creator's strict ruling of not interfering. So the deal that Zeus and Demeter made with the human surrogates was that they were going to have to raise the child as they saw fit until she became of age, and where at that point she was going to have to fulfill her destiny. So these human surrogates, her human parents, ended up naming her Josephine, which is where my character, what I'm in right now, comes from. So Josephine grew up thinking that she was just a regular human girl. She did everything that any other person growing up did, went to school, prom, did all of the stuff that we all did. And it wasn't until her parents' passing where she started to notice that something was off. So her powers started to peak out. And in the story, in the book, that is where you see from that part until she starts going through all the missions. So even though Greek mythology is the basis and there's a big component of it, what we try to achieve here in this series is to bring all those characters from Greek mythology to modern day times and created a whole slew of all new gods and superheroes. So the superheroes and the gods unite, and together they go on these missions led by Lenox to save humanity. So I hope that gives you a little bit better understanding as to what the series is about. So like I said, go ahead and get that book, check it out. It's a easy read. It's about 66 pages long, and there are some illustrations in it. So you can go ahead and check that out. It's right there. You can find it on Amazon and any major book retailer, and that'll help you understand the series. But even if you haven't read it yet, you can still enjoy the stories that are on this channel, because those stories are based in real time and real world events that are happening. And even some of those stories are actual requests from fellow patrons who write in what their experiences were and any injustices in which they've suffered. And then I tell the story and also create the fantasy justice part of it and carry it out that way. So if you have any stories in which you would like me to portray for you and create some fantasy justice, feel free to email me, or you can put it in the comments. Give me as much detail as possible, and I'll be more than happy to put that together for you. So next is going to be Mr. Buddy and Friends and his Thanksgiving feast. So we'll get to see what Mr. Buddy and Friends did for Thanksgiving. So you have that to look forward to with the kiddos. And that program is totally kid-friendly with music to sing along to. I'm going to put the words on the screen so your kids can sing along. And like I had said, now that we have enough songs to make an album, I'm gonna put together a little album of just the songs so that you can download them and your kids can have fun singing along. So thank you so much again for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and click on notifications so that you know every time I post a video. Now again, enjoy your weekend. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of your kids. And as always, God bless. We'll see you in a few days. Thank you for watching.